In this video, you'll discover 8 mysterious individuals whose stories will absolutely blow your mind. Make sure you stay with us until the end. Number 1. This photograph dates back to the late 19th century, and the man seen here is known as Reverend Eavens. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary vintage portrait, but look closely. This man has a deep, open hole in his chest. The opening is so large that even today, medical experts cannot fully explain how someone could survive with such a condition. All that is known about Reverend Eavens is that this photograph was taken at the studio of W.C. Bell in Maryland, USA. But the biggest unanswered questions remain. What caused this hole? How did it form? And how many years did Eavens live with this condition? History has never been able to provide clear answers. Some believe it may have been the result of a severe injury. Others think it was caused by disease. And some suggest he may have been exhibited in a circus or medical oddity show. But the truth? No one knows for certain. All that remains is this single photograph, and a mystery that has forced the world to wonder for more than 130 years. Number 2. This is Mademoiselle Gabrielle, one of the most famous half-women of the early 1900s. Born in 1884 in Basel, Switzerland, Gabrielle came into the world completely without legs, but this very reality became the foundation of her extraordinary career. At just 16 years old, she presented herself to the world for the first time at the Paris Exposition of 1900. Her beauty, confidence, and simplicity astonished audiences. People remembered her not just for her body, but for the way she carried herself on stage. Her success opened the door to America. Gabrielle performed at Coney Island's Dreamland Circus sideshow and with the world-famous Ringling Brothers Barnum in Bailey Circus, where she became known as the Half-Woman. But Gabrielle was not merely a sideshow performer. Her style, personality, and dignity were so remarkable that in 1912 she was invited to perform at Hammerstein's Victoria Theater, one of the most prestigious stages in vaudeville. This was a major achievement, as vaudeville almost never featured performers with unusual physical conditions. A contract dispute eventually ended that chapter of her career, but Gabrielle's name remains permanently recorded in history. She may have been half by birth, but in courage, charm, and artistry, she was complete. Her story proves that weakness is not what defines a person. Identity is what you choose to create on the stage. Number 3. Chang and Eng Bunker were born on May 11, 1811 in Siam, present-day Thailand. The brothers were conjoined at birth by a band of tissue at the lower chest or upper abdomen. They became the most famous conjoined twins in history, and the term Siamese twins originated from their case. In 1829, a Scottish merchant, Robert Hunter, and an American sea captain, Abel Coffin, brought the brothers from Siam to the United States and Europe. This journey marked the beginning of their public exhibition career. For nearly 10 years, Chang and Eng toured across the United States and Europe, appearing in shows as human curiosities. They became widely known and were regarded as some of the most talked-about figures of their time. After earning enough money from their exhibitions, the brothers retired from show life. They settled in Mount Airy, North Carolina, in the United States. Both became naturalized American citizens and adopted the surname Bunker. In 1843, Chang and Eng married 2 sisters, Sarah Yates and Adelaide Yates. Chang married Adelaide, and Eng married Sarah. The 2 families lived in separate houses, but because the brothers were physically connected, they alternated their time between the 2 homes on a fixed schedule. Together, they fathered more than 20 children. In the early 1870s, Chang suffered a stroke, though the brothers continued their shared daily routine. On January 17, 1874, Chang died. Eng passed away only a few hours later. Medical reports suggest that Eng died due to extreme shock or complications related to their physical connection. The lives of Chang and Eng Bunker remain one of the most significant cases in the historical study of conjoined twins. Number 4. Ruth Berry, whose real name was Ruth Davis, was a well-known American sideshow performer. On stage, she was presented under the name Mignon, the Penguin Girl. She had a short, broad, and uniquely shaped body. Her waddling style of walking led to her stage title, Penguin Girl. The name Mignon is a French word meaning cute, and it became an essential part of her stage persona. To enhance her performances, Ruth Berry used music as a feature of her act. She played the marimba on stage, and it became a central attraction of her shows. She is considered one of the performers of the early 20th century who incorporated their physical characteristics into sideshow entertainment and regularly appeared in American carnivals and traveling shows. Historical records provide limited information about Ruth Berry's personal life, including her birth year, death year, and family details. However, her stage identity, Mignon, the Penguin Girl, remains a well-known part of circus and sideshow history. Number 5. Clémentine Delait was born in 1865 in France. She became known as the most famous bearded lady in the country. She began growing facial hair during her teenage years, but she shaved daily until 1900. In 1900, a customer made a bet with her to grow out her beard. This bet encouraged her to stop shaving, and her beard soon became her public identity. Clémentine Delait and her husband renamed their café Le Café de la Femme à Barbe, meaning the Bearded Ladies Café. The café became very popular, and large numbers of people visited to see and meet her. She fully embraced her public identity. She produced postcards featuring her portraits and signed them for admirers. At that time in France, it was legally forbidden for women to wear men's clothing. However, Clémentine Delait received special permission that allowed her to dress in men's attire. During World War I, she served as a volunteer nurse for the Red Cross soldiers, treated her with great respect and admiration. Clémentine Delait is remembered in history as one of France's most prominent bearded ladies. Her personality, independence, and public identity made her a notable figure of her era. Number 6. Karl Breu was born in 1884. He was born with albinism, which caused his hair, skin, and eyes to appear unusually white. This distinctive appearance later became the defining feature of his stage career. After entering the performing arts, he adopted the stage name Tom Jack. His primary specialty was escape acts, inspired by the famous escape artist Harry Houdini, whose work and popularity influenced Karl to pursue a similar path. Karl Breu became well known as a sideshow and stage performer in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. His white appearance, white hair, pale skin, and pinkish eyes made him stand out in any crowd. Because of this, he was also given another name, the Ice King. The title referred to his snow-white, frost-like appearance. His most famous quote was, "I never tip my hat to the ladies. If I should, they'd think a bombshell had exploded." The meaning behind this statement was that if he removed his hat, his thick, large, and completely white hair would burst outward suddenly, giving onlookers a shock similar to an explosion. His hair was extremely dense, voluminous, and fluffy, which made removing his hat a dramatic visual effect. His unique appearance, combined with his escape techniques, made him popular in both America and Europe. His well-known photograph was taken by Zimmerman Company in York, Pennsylvania, and it still appears in several historical photo archives today. Karl Breu remained active on stage for many years. He became one of the most recognized performers with albinism. Details about his personal life, such as his family, early struggles, or private experiences, are limited in historical records, but his performance career is well documented. Karl Breu passed away in 1953. Number 8. Bill Durks was born in 1913. He was born with a rare medical condition known as frontonasal dysplasia. This condition caused a deep facial cleft, which made his nose appear split into two sections, and created an opening in the center of his forehead that from a distance gave the impression of a third eye. Bill Durks went on to work in the circus and sideshow industry. He was often presented as the three-eyed man or under similar titles. His facial structure and congenital cleft became the primary features of his performances. Throughout his career, he worked in numerous traveling shows, carnivals, and sideshows. He became one of the most recognizable performers in the industry. Historical records describe Bill Durks as quiet, kind, and friendly. By nature, fellow performers and co-workers remembered him with great respect and affection. Bill Durks lived a long life. He passed away in 1975 at the age of 62. Bill Durks is remembered in circus history as one of the performers who lived his life with a congenital condition and used his unique appearance as the foundation of his profession. So friends, what are your thoughts about these strange and mysterious people? Let me know in the comments below. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.